Hey guys, how's it going? This is going to be a video review of the Transformers Classics Universe Hound. Now, before I get into the review proper, I just wanted to take a moment to thank each and every one of you who's watching this video, and I also want to thank all of my subscribers. The past 30 days has seen more growth on my channel than I've seen, well, since I started on YouTube, period. So I really just want to thank everybody who's taken the time to watch my videos. I really hope you're enjoying them. I know I'm not, I know my audience is extremely small compared to a lot of the reviewers on YouTube, such as, Pug or Optobotomus or any of those other guys. And there's a ton of them out there who I know have much larger audience than I do. So that makes me appreciate you guys even more. I know that they have maybe a little bit flashier videos. They have toys a lot quicker than I do. But I have a limited budget. I mean, every single one of these toys, I buy with my own money. I don't get any free samples or anything. I don't really make too much income from YouTube. So every toy I buy is coming out of my paycheck. Or obviously it's a piece that's been in my collection for a little while. So anyway, just, I just want to thank everybody who's watching these videos. If you like these videos and you know anybody else might want to watch them, spread the word. If you like what I'm doing, comment. If you don't like what I'm doing, go ahead and comment too. Whatever, feedback's always good. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead now and I'm going to start the review proper here. As you can see, I've got Classics Hound here. I'm not sure exactly when this guy came out. I know he's been out for some years now. This, in my opinion, is a great homage to G1 Hound. It's a really nice, he's got a really nice Jeep mode. As you can see, it rolls exceptionally well. I love the way this looks. As you can see, he came with Ravage there. And Ravage attaches to him real nice. But you can take Ravage off. Ravage attaches here on these little posts. And you can, if you want to, fold them down. And then Ravage obviously isn't going to stick to him too much. Let's go ahead and talk about Ravage in cassette mode here for just a second. He is actually in cassette mode the same size as the G1 cassettes and the Masterpiece cassettes. It's not the greatest cassette mode in the world. It's not awful, but it's not great. Here I have Masterpiece Ravage, and obviously it's much better looking as a cassette, at least on one side. But as you can see, they are the same size. I mean, you got, yeah, same width, same, basically the same basic dimensions. Now, this guy here, I tried it. He doesn't fit in G1 Soundwave all that well, but he does fit in Masterpiece Soundwave okay. So, there you go, just a little bit of a tidbit. Let me go ahead and get Ravage out of the way there. And we'll go ahead and zoom in here a little bit on Hound's vehicle mode. And I really like the way this mold looks. I think it's honestly pretty great in vehicle mode. It's not, obviously 100% G1 accurate, but it's an awesome updated version of the G1 character. Anyway, let me go ahead and grab another G1 Hound homage I have here, and this is Energon Strong Arm. And I think the two of them go together real well. They just look real nice together. Anyway, let me go ahead and get Strong Arm out of the way there. And here he is with another deluxe from, I don't know if it's roughly the same time period or not, Warpath. And they look pretty good together. I don't really know what else to say about his vehicle mode. It looks absolutely great. It's nice and simple, and it's just a heck of a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause right here. We'll get him into robot mode, and then we'll talk about that. Alright guys, here we have Hound and Ravage transformed into their respective robot modes. I'll go ahead and just talk about Ravage real quick first. You know, I'm really glad they included him with Hound, you know, considering the episodes in the G1 cartoon where Hound tangled with Ravage. They are a good, you know, pairing. This is a decent representation of G1 Ravage. You know, it's certainly not perfect, but it's not terrible. You know, it's got, you know, he's got some posability. His neck can move up and down. He's got rotation, or I'm sorry, not rotation. He bends there at the knee. Doesn't move at the paw. Doesn't move at the top of that leg. On his rear legs, his paws don't move, but he does, you know, bend at the knee. And you can actually rotate the top part of his leg, but if you actually do it quote-unquote properly, what happens is he ends up looking like he has his tail way up in the air, and I don't really like the way that looks a whole lot. I mean, it looks kind of like Ravage is a a female kind of presenting for mating, so I don't really love that look a whole lot. It looks, he's just got his butt up in the air. To me, it's just kind of a funny look. So you can, you know, you can counteract that just by, you know, simply rearranging his legs, and I think that looks, to me, that looks a lot better. I mean, your mileage may vary, pose him however you like, but I personally prefer that. Here he is, just for comparison's sake, with Masterpiece Ravage, and I don't love Masterpiece Ravage either. The best looking Ravage I think we've ever gotten is G1 Ravage. Unfortunately, I don't have a G1 Ravage, so c'est la vie. Anyway, to get those guys out of the way here. And we'll talk about Hound himself, and he looks pretty flippin' awesome in robot mode. We'll just go ahead and just get a few comparisons here out of the way. Here he is with his good buddy Warpath, and I think the two of them look pretty awesome together. Here he is with a great G1 Hound homage, and that is, of course, Energon's Strong Arm. I think those two look pretty cool together. Get him out of the way. And this guy, he is, you know, he's a really awesome update of the G1 character. I really enjoy this figure quite a bit. He's really great in a lot of ways. Is he perfect? No. But see, that's kind of one of his downfalls there. His heels could definitely go back further because he does have a few stability issues. As far as how you have his gun, you have options. You can, of course, attach his cannon to his shoulder, you know, like he had in the G1 cartoon. That looks pretty cool. You can have his wheels like that, or if you want, you can take that off, and if you run, you know, you can pop the wheels, you know, like that. That gives you posability options in any figure. Oh, excuse me, there, camera. In any figure that gives you options, in my opinion, is good. So let's go ahead here and put the gun in his hand, and you know, he holds it, you know, exceedingly well. And this guy is pretty darn posable, as you can see. Alright, there we go. And let me go ahead and get the camera back down here. There we go. And yeah, that looks, oh, let's straighten out his gun there. And that looks really cool. I'm digging this quite a bit. He has a good amount of articulation, as you would expect. He's got a foot pivot there. Bends at the knee. Top of the knee. Back. Forward. In. Out. Rotates there. Above the knee. Doesn't have any waist rotation, but that's okay. Shoulder. Pretty much all directions. Basically, it's there on a ball joint. Bends at the elbow. Rotates at the elbow. And his head's on a ball joint. So pretty much all directions for his head. And let me go ahead and just zoom in on that beautiful head sculpt he's got. And that is flipping G1 awesomeness right there. I love that head sculpt on him. And this is just one awesome looking Hound figure. I think the only way they could probably do better is if they did updated, Voyager or Masterpiece. And I'm sure we'll eventually get one. It seems they are hell-bent on doing all of the G1 cars in Masterpiece form, which I am fine with. I just wish they were released domestically at a somewhat lower price point. Yeah, that's my main complaint about Masterpiece line. That's pretty much it. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap this whole thing up. I just want to conclude again by saying thank you to everyone who is watching this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.